Hey, my name is Steve. Welcome to ChallengeForex. Join me now as I go through my forecast for the week commencing the 22nd of July, 2024, from the 22nd to the 26th of July. Going to look at the possible trade setups that I can see for myself. I'm just creating a watch list that I can use for possible trades this week. And this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you that you should take these trades at all. I'm just saying this is the list that I will be looking at. And, last week we didn't really get much of a chance to trade anything on the list. And sometimes it goes like that. We're not always going to get, a bunch of trades for the week. But if I can get one or two good trades for the week, I'm happy with that. So let's get started. We have my chart here on MT5. I'm using a demo to do my analysis on it. I just think it's easier to do that each week, just to use a common chart over and over from week to week with my setups on it. And this is pretty much all I use this demo account for, just to look for my actual setups. But I'm going to go through my possible trade setups for this week and make a note of them on a spreadsheet. And I'll give you a look at this spreadsheet at the end, and we'll see how many trades possible. Here's my chart for this week. I'm going to go through the pairs quickly and only review the pairs that I can see possible setups for. Pairs that I don't see anything on, I'm just going to skip straight through them just to save time and make this video shorter. So beginning with the first pair, which is the Aussie CAD. This is the same setup that we had last week. We did have a breakthrough of a resistance zone here about 3 weeks ago. And we're looking for it now to come back and retest this zone. And if that is the case, we will take that one long. Aussie Yen, this one has just come into the zone, it looks like, on Thursday this week. And this was actually a missed opportunity. I probably should have actually taken this trade sometime on Friday. Even if I took it at the beginning of the day, would have had a stop loss of around about 115 pips. It is quite big. It would have been better to enter this one at a bit of a discount. And looking at the 4-hour chart, and there wasn't really much of a spot for me to enter the trade. So normally I would look for a positive green candle outside of the green zone. And if that was the case, the stop loss would have been around 90 pips. The entry should have been here. So I actually missed this one because I was at work at the time. So I didn't actually get an opportunity to enter this trade. But let's look for this one again to come back into the zone and retest and take it long. With the Aussie dollar, we had a green zone here, which had been broken through a couple of weeks ago. This was a red zone. We broke through it, so we turned this one into a support level, and you wouldn't believe it, it's broken through there again. So it's gone one way and then back through the other way, which kind of makes this zone a little bit invalid. I'm going to delete this one for now, and we can see here that we are in an area possibly here. I'm thinking if we can actually have a close above the green zone, we can actually take this one long this coming week, but let's see how it goes. With yen, we are looking at this one to come back into a previous support zone that we had drawn. And I'm not sure if it's going to make it or not as well, because all of the last week we saw it just trading in this range and didn't actually go anywhere, just sideways for the entire week. So just inside of a range of around about 160 pips. So looking at for this one to possibly come back into the zone, and we will take long. The next one on our list is the Euro Aussie, and this one we actually had a zone here drawn previously in red as a resistance level, thinking that it might actually bounce off this zone here again and drop short. However, it has actually gone through the zone, and so now we're going to look at this one coming back into this area and take it long. The next pair on my list is the Euro Japanese Yen, and we can see that we actually did have a setup the end of last week. It came down and went into the zone, closed above the zone. However, because I was actually at work, I actually missed this possible trade, and I would have been looking at taking this one long. And looking at the 4-hour chart, my entry level would have been somewhere around here after the close of this long green candle, with a stop loss of around about 150 pips, 160 pips. But that one I actually missed due to working. So I'm not sure if anyone else actually took this one or not, but if you did take this trade, let me know in the comments below, did you actually take this one long? And if so, what was the actual result? Okay, the next one on my list is the pound dollar, and we can see we have a zone here drawn from last week where this was a resistance zone, but we actually broke through that. So now we're looking at this one to be a support zone, and this area has been touched multiple times in the past over many months. So I'm looking at it being a strong level, but depends on whether the pound is going to actually drop far enough to actually hit this zone. We need to come down. It's only about 70 odd pips back to the zone. So if it does actually come down in here and touch this zone with a red candle, and even if it closes above that zone with a green candle, we might be looking at them taking that one long. US dollar Swiss franc, we have a support zone drawn, and we've touched this area multiple times before. So this was actually last month we were in this area. That was round about the 19th, 20th of June, and bounced down to this area. It's come back to the same zone now, and it has already touched there like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So Wednesday this week, that's just gone. And we didn't actually get a chance to trade that one at the point. I actually missed that trade due to working at the time. So I'm not sure if anyone else got into this one or not. We did actually have this trade previously on from last week, which actually closed this week in a profit. I didn't get an opportunity to take in a new entry long at this point. But if you did actually get in on this one, let me know if you took this long and what was your result. The last pair to look at for today is the gold, and we can see here that we did have a support zone drawn, which actually crashed straight through it, but then actually came back down and closed below again, which is a bit of a worry for me. That kind of makes that zone invalid the way it's gone through in both directions, up and then back down again. But we have touched this area a couple of times before, so if it does actually retrace back into this zone in the next few days, this coming week, and then close below again with a red candle, we will take that one short, but otherwise we'll just watch and sit on the sideline for now. Okay, now this is the spreadsheet that I've got drawn up for this week. We have 8 possible setups coming that I can see. This is what I will be watching, so it's not something that I recommend that you trade, but I would be curious to hear how you go if you went, if you actually took any of these trades this week and if you had any success. But let me know in the comments below. So we've got all of these are long. The Aussie CAD, we've got the Aussie dollar, we've got the Swiss Japanese yen, the Euro Aussie, the Euro yen, the pound dollar, and the US dollar Swiss franc, all long, and possible short on gold. So let me know how you go this week. Okay, that's my review for this coming week and my forecast. So these are the trades that I will be personally watching, and hopefully get a chance to get into these trades if they do set up. The problem is that I actually have a full-time job, and I'm not always going to be in front of the screen at the time these setups come. So hopefully this might be useful for some of you that are watching this video anyway, and you might get an idea of some trades that you can be watching out for this week. So let me know if you have any success, or even if you have any failures. I'm curious to know how you go this week.